Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram.
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 Siyavar Ramachandra ki
Jai.
Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj ki
Jai.
Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Janaki Vallabho Vijayate Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Lokashankaram Samastajana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Namah Shri Tulsidas Sadvarishtaya Dhimate Puritam Hridayam Yena Rama Premamritena Me Neelambuja Komalangam Sita Samaropitavama Bhagam Pano Mahasayaka Charuchapam Namami Ramam Raghuvam Shanatham Atulita Baladhamam Hema Shailabhadeham Danujavana Krishanum Jnaninam Agraganyam Sakala Gunanidhanam Vanaranam Adhisham Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatajatam Namami. We have completed Kanda in the last session. Today we are starting UttaraKanda, the last section of Ramayana. Now before we start, see, there are few things about UttaraKanda which people have not understood. And they think why this happened, why that happened, etc. One thing that is a normal, general belief, whether it is among scholars or those who study Ramayana carefully, even Valmiki Ramayana, many of them believe that UttaraKanda was interpolation. Interpolation means a text is written, then you add certain things to that text, later on some other people. And this happens with most of the texts, which are very famous and which have been there for a long time. For example, when we say Mahabharata also, what actually Vedavyasji wrote as Jayam is a very short version, not 1 lakh verses, etc. But what we find Mahabharata today is 1 lakh verses, and that also North India has got different edition of Mahabharata, South India has got different edition of Mahabharata. Some differences are there. So what must have happened is, as the text is written, when the teacher is teaching in the Gurukula, the teacher may add certain verses to that for teaching purpose. Now the students consider the whole thing as Mahabharata now. What Vedavyasji has written as well as what the other people have said. And therefore, there are methods by which they try to find out what we call as the critical edition of a text. There are institutes, for example, Bhandarkar Institute in Pune, etc. has come up with critical edition of Mahabharata, where what they do, they see the palm leaves, from different parts of India, and then they compare, and then they see which verse is here but not here. That means it must have been interpolated. And then they find out what are the common verses which are there everywhere. And then they create critical edition. Why I am telling you all these things? Because many people believe that Valmiki Ramayana's UttaraKanda is interpolation. Is added later. Why? There are various reasons. One main reason, when I was also reading Valmiki Ramayana, what I realized is that in no other Kanda, Valmiki ji is doing Phalashruti. See, for example, in Tulsi Ramayana, at the end of every Kanda he tells, if somebody reads this Ramayana or this particular Katha of Ravana Vadha or Shabri or whatever portion was there in that particular Kanda, he tells what will happen to that person. Phalashruti is given. That a person chanting, the person teaching will get this. We see in Valmiki Ramayana, Balakanda, Ayodhya Kanda, Aranya Kanda, nowhere there is Phalashruti. Whereas at the end of Lanka Kanda, there is a proper, at least I think 10-15 verses of Phalashruti are there. It is as though Valmiki ji is concluding. That is number one. Second thing, what we see in UttaraKanda, today we will see the portion up to Bhagavan's Rajabhishek, etc., which is there in that UttaraKanda also. But the majority of the story is of Ravana. In the sense, SriRama asks some questions and those rishis, etc., who have gathered there, they start telling different stories. And one of the huge chunk of the portion is of Ravana's backstory. If I am not wrong, at least some 70-80 chapters are there on Ravana's backstory. Now the question will come, okay, if it was a flashback, then before Ravana is killed, that flashback makes more sense, because then it will establish Ravana as a very strong villain. Then it makes sense that SriRama is coming to know about everything and then he is killing. That is number one. There are other stories also which form, UttaraKanda. And again there is a Ahalya story which comes. But that Ahalya story does not match with the Balakanda Ahalya story of the same text. We say that there are some differences between, some differences in Ramacharitmanas and Valmiki Ramayana. That is possible because the author is different. But we see that there is some kind of difference in the stories when they come in the main section of Ramayana and when it comes in UttaraKanda. Now that raises again questions that was it written by Valmiki ji? Because if he is writing, then how can he make these differences? And because of that, many people believe that UttaraKanda was added later. It is all in the form of different stories. Okay? That had to be told first. Now in Ramacharitmanas, it is not added later. Ramcharitmanas, UttaraKanda is written by Tulsidas Ji. And we will see also, he sticks to the story, but then he adds the backstory of Kakabhushundi Ji. One of the Pravakta of Ramayana is Kakabhushundi Ji. He is teaching to Garuda. Isn't it? Which is unique, which is not there in Valmiki Ramayana. Shiva Parvati Samvada is common in most of the places. Yajnavalkya Bharadwaja Muni Samvada also is possible. But this Kakabhushundi Garuda is a very interesting story. So that again comes here. Again, almost half of UttaraKanda is that story. Okay? So we should know about this about UttaraKanda, and then only we should enter. Alright? Now again here Tulsidas Ji begins with invocation prayer. Let us see the meaning, then we will go forward. Keki kanthabhanilam
Keki kanthabhanilam
Suravara vilasat viprapadabja chinnham
Suravara vilasat viprapadabja chinnham
Shobhadhyam pitavastram sarasijanayanam
Shobhadhyam pitavastram sarasijanayanam
Sarvada suprasannam
Sarvada suprasannam
Panau narachachapam kapinikarayutam
Panau narachachapam kapinikarayutam
Bandhuna sevyamanam
Bandhuna sevyamanam
Naumidhyam janakisham raghuvaramaniṣam
Naumidhyam janakisham raghuvaramaniṣam
पुष्पकारूढरामम्
पुष्पकारूढरामम्
इधर
केकीकण्ठाभनीलं सुरवरविलसद्विप्रपादाब्जचिह्नम् शोभाढ्यं पीतवस्त्रं सरसिजनयनं सर्वदा सुप्रसन्नं पाणौ नाराचचापं कपिनिरयुतं बन्धुना सेव्यमानं नौमीड्यं जानकीशं रघुवरमनिशं पुष्पकारूढरामम्.
Beautiful. First salutations to Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra. Pushpakarudha Ramam. Salutations to which Bhagavan now? One who was sitting on that Pushpaka Vimana. How is he? Keki Kantha Abhanilam. Now you see, we are almost in the last Kanda, not almost, we are in the last Kanda of Ramacharitmanas, and so many times Tulsidas Ji has said that Bhagavan is blue complexion, right? But here different blue complexion. Says, how is he? Keki. Keki is Mayura, peacock. Kantha, neck of the peacock. Abha, like that Neelam, like that blue. Which is what? Blue with tinge of green. Isn't it? That is how neck of peacock is. Keki Kantha Neelam. Suravara Vilasat. Suravara, he is the best among devatas. Vilasat Viprapadabja Chinnam. And he is decorated with Vipra Brahmana. Pada, foot, Abja Chinnam. He is decorated with a mark of Brahmana's foot. This goes to that story of Bhagavan Vishnu, who was kicked by Bhrigu in his chest. And Bhagavan kept that chinna. So Viprapadabja Chinnam. Shobhadhyam. He is full of beauty. Adya. Adya means rich. Shobha. Shobha is beauty. He is rich in beauty. Pita Vastram. Wearing yellow cloth. Sarasijanayanam. With the beautiful lotus eyes. Sarvada Suprasannam. Aha, what a beautiful thing to say. That he is always smiling. See, actually, prasanna is not even smiling. See, some words you can't translate in English. When you look at somebody and you say, today is very prasanna. You go out also and they say that today's day is very prasanna. Now, the day is not smiling at you. Prasanna means that which brings you to smile. That is called prasannam. Not that that thing is smiling. It makes you smile. That's called prasannam. And how is Bhagavan? Sarvada suprasannam. He is always like that. Panau, in the hand, naracha chapam. In the hand he is holding naracha. Naracha is arrow. And chapam. Chapam means bow. Panau naracha chapam. Kapi nikarayutam. And all monkeys are near him. Right? Surrounded by all monkeys. Bandhuna sevyamanam. Being worshipped, sevyamana. Being worshipped by bandhu. Now, bandhu can mean being, served by or worshipped by relatives, close people. Bandhu can also mean brother. Lakshmana is there serving him. Janaki Shamha, Bandhuna Sevima. Now medium Janaki Isham. Now he is united with Sita Ji. That's why that adjective comes. I salute that. Janaki Isham, the Lord of Janaki, Lord of Sita Ji, Janaka's daughter Janaki. Raghuvaram Anisham. Raghuvaram means the best among the Raghus. Their entire Surya Vamsha is the best. Raghukula Shiromani. Anisham. Anisham means one who is full of brilliance, no darkness. Nisha. Nisha means night. Anisham. Pushpakarudha Ramam. And that Rama who is sitting on Pushpaka Vimanam. Naumi Idyam. That worshipful Idyam. SriRama, Naumi, I salute. I offer my salutations unto that SriRama. Okay. That is how now Now the description is of SriRama sitting in that Pushpaka Vimana along with Sita Ji, along with Lakshmana and all other monkeys surrounding. That is the description. See, even now new words we are coming to know. Okay, Naracha is coming for the first time, I think. Isn't it? That's called Samskrita's, depth and just sheer vastness of that language, you see. Naracha Chapo. Next verse. Now what next verse is? Bhagavan's feet are glorified. Kosalendra Padakanja Manjulau
Kosalendra Padakanja Manjulau
Komalavaja Mahesha Vanditau
Komalavaja Mahesha Vanditau
Janaki Kara Saroja Lalitau
Janaki Kara Saroja Lalitau
Chintakasya Mana Bhrunga Sanginau
Chintakasya Mana Bhrunga Sanginau Kosalendra Padakanja Manjulau Komalavaja Mahesha Vanditau Janaki Kara Saroja Lalitau Chintakasya Mana Bhrunga Sanginau.
There is no namaha, there is no prayer, nothing. He is just describing feet of Bhagavan. Only adjectives are there in the entire verse. There is no verb. Kosala Indra Pada Kanja Manjulau. Kosala Indra is the Lord of Kosala Desha, is the king of Kosala Desha. Pada Kanja Manjulau, which are beautiful like Kanja. Kanja is lotus. Manjulau, again you see two, Dvivachana is there. Those two beautiful lotus feet of king of Kosala. Kosalendra Padakanja Manjulau. Komalau, not just they are beautiful, but they are soft also. That also is common with the lotus. Lotus is beautiful, but lotus is soft also. Komalau, they are very soft. Aja Mahesha Vanditau. And they are prostrated by Aja and Mahesha, Brahmaji and Shivji. Aja Mahesha Vanditau. Janaki Kara Saroja Lalitau. They are, how do you say in English? Lalitam, Lalito. Softly being patted by Janaki. Janaki Kara. And how is Janaki Kara? Saroja. That's also another lotus. The beautiful hands of Sita Ji are beautifully patting those feet. That's what must have happened now. She has been seeking those for such a long time. Now that she has got, will she leave? So two ways you can see. Lalito, some people they translate it as Lalito means they are being, pressed by Sita Ji. But Lalito is not pressing. Lalito is like, you have very small kid. And you keep on, all that. Whatever you want to say, that is what it is. The dog, etc. also is there. That also you keep doing, isn't it? It's not that you are not praising, you are not doing any massage or anything, but you are just. It's a form of showing affection. Most beautiful form probably. Janaki Kara Saroja Lalito. Tulsidas Ji says, Chintakasya Mana Bhrunga Sangino. And those lotus feet are always in association with Bhrunga. Bhrunga is bee. What is that bee? Chintakasya Mana is the mind of Chintaka, of those thinkers, of those sadhakas who are continuously thinking about those feet of Bhagavan. They are like that mind is like the Bhrunga bee, always surrounding that lotus feet. Chintakasya Mana Bhrunga Sangino. That's it. He is not saying prostrations to those lotus feet or I want something. No, they are like that. He stops there. Then next verse is prostration to Shivji. SriRama is over, Shivji has to come. Kunda Indudara Gaura Sundaram.
Kunda Indudara Gaura Sundaram.
Ambikapatimabhishta-siddhidam
Ambikapatimabhishta-siddhidam
Karuణिककलकञ्जलोचनम्
Karuణिककलकञ्जलोचनम्
Naumi Shankaramanangamocanam
Naumi Shankaramanangamocanam
Kunda
Indudara Gaura Sundaram Ambikapatimabhishta-siddhidam Karuణिककलकञ्जलोचनम् Naumi Shankaramanangamocanam.
Kunda Indu Dara Gaura Sundaram. One who is very beautiful and fair. Gaura Varna is fair. Fair like what? Kunda. Kunda is jasmine. Indu means moon. Both of these we know. Dara means shankha, conch. Earlier also Tulsidas Ji had described Shivji as fair like these three: jasmine, moon and shankha, conch. Now, that time we said that, see, Kunda is not just beautiful but is soft also. Indu is not just white, fair, but it is brilliant also, it gives light also. And that shankha is not just white, but it has got prestigious value also. And that is how Shivji is. So, Kunda Indudara Gaura Sundaram. Ambika Patim. And he is the husband of, protector of Ambika. Ambika means mother. Ambika means mother. He is the husband of mother. Means what? Yeah, husband of Parvati. Parvati is called mother of the entire universe. So he is our father. Ambika Patim. Abhishta Siddhidam. Abhishta Siddhim Dadati. One who gives Siddhi, whatever you want. Abhishta. Abhishta means whatever you desire. Siddhi is the result. He gives whatever you desire. Karunika. Absolutely compassionate. Kalakanjalochanam, whose eyes are also like lotus petal. See, you will see that Tulsidas, one aspect of both description will be common. He is describing Sri Ramachandra offering salutations, he is describing Shivji offering salutations, but one aspect at least will be there which will be common among both. This is to show that they both are not different. They both are, finally they are same only. So here that Kalakanjalochanam is the common thing. Isn't it? Top Sarasijanayanam was said. Karakanjalochanam. Kanja means lotus. Naumi, I offer salutation. I salute. Aham Naumi. Shankaram, I offer salutations. I salute to Shivji. Shamkaroti, one who brings auspiciousness. Ananga Mochanam. Aha, beautiful thing. Now Ananga means one who has no body. Angam Nasti. Anga na, Anga Ananga. Okay, Ananga means no body. Who is that? That is Kamadeva, because he destroyed the body. Shivji only destroyed the body. But the word used here is Ananga Mochanam. Mochanam means one who removes, one who frees. What do you mean by that? Ananga Mochanam. One who removes Kamadeva from our heart. That is called Ananga Mochanam. Because if you really think, how did he liberate Kamadeva? He burnt Kamadeva. Isn't it? He burnt Kamadeva. Ananga Mochanam means one who removes that Ananga Kamadeva from our heart. That is called as Ananga Mochanam. To that Shivji, Naumi, I offer my salutations. With this, Tulsidas Ji begins. Now where are we? Sri Ramachandra has come up to Shrungaverapura, we saw. He has met Nishadraj Guha also, and he has sent Hanumanji to Ayodhya. So Tulsidas Ji now comes to Ayodhya and starts describing what is happening in Ayodhya. Now Ayodhya, all people are desperately waiting because they know that the time is coming near, 14 years are about to get over. They are little anxious also because as you must be remembering, there is no such rule that Bhagavan has to come back. So they are wishing that he will come back. Okay? And it is said, Tulsidas Ji says that because they have done austerity for 14 years, they have all become lean and teen. Okay? And different people have different, Kausalya Mata and all the other mothers, they says that their ears are eager to listen to only one good news, that Bhagavan has come. And therefore Bharatji, who is staying in that Nandigrama, has sent his messengers and soldiers on all sides, because he doesn't know from which side Sri Ramachandra will come. So he says that wherever you find him, one of you come and tell me that he has come, and then you bring him. And Bharatji also is desperately waiting for that. Sometimes when he doesn't see, he starts to think that, is Bhagavan angry on me? Will he come or not? And only one day is remaining now for 14 years to get over. If I remain alive even after that and Bhagavan has not come, then there is no worse person than me. He is thinking about all these things. And as he is thinking, suddenly one Brahmana comes in front of him. And that Brahmana says, Maharaj, I have a news for you. Now you see, soldiers have gone everywhere. They would not have asked Brahmana. The Brahmanas keep roaming. How will they know whether Sri Rama has come or not? They didn't ask. The Brahmana comes and says that I have a good news for you, that Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra along with Sita Ji and Lakshmana are coming. Now Bharatji, when he hears that, he just can't believe. And he gets up and he doesn't know, should I run, should I go, which direction, what should I do? He doesn't know that. And Tulsidas Ji describes when Brahmana is Hanumanji only. Bhagavan has asked him to go in Brahmana Rupa. That's why he has not recognized. He says when that Hanumanji looks at Bharata, that description of how he is still wearing jata, sitting on the kusha grass in Nandigrama, and body has become thin and lean because he might not have eaten properly for, 14 years at least. And all those things are showing. But the moment he hears about Bhagavan, Prema Shrudar, tears of love, they start to flow. And he says, oh, you have given me such a good news. I don't know what to say. Please tell me, who are you? And that Brahmana comes back in his form and says, I am Sri Ramachandra's Sevaka Hanuman. And Bharatji becomes so happy. He hugs him and he says that I am getting joy of meeting Bhagavan. You have brought such a good news. And mind you, who is Hanumanji? Hanumanji is Shivji. Shivji is Guru. Guru and Bhagavan, no difference. So anyways, Guru has to come first. And we see how cleverly Bhagavan sends Hanumanji everywhere. When he is bringing Sita Ji also, first he sends Hanumanji. Not just in UttaraKanda, in Kanda also, after Ravana's death, he first sends Hanumanji to Sita Ji, isn't it? To Vibhishana, to Sugriva, now to Bharatji also. Why? Guru has to come first. Then God will come. Guru has to go and prepare the mind of the Shishya so that Bhagavan can enter there. It should not come as a shock. Otherwise, Bhagavan appears and it is such a shock that you die. It should not happen like that. So he has to prepare that ground. Therefore, he sends Hanumanji there. And Hanumanji says, Bharatji says to Hanumanji that, how can I repay, your debt? What you have done for me, I can't even tell. Now, he is not the first one to say like that. First, Sita Ji said, when he went there. Then when he brought the news of Sita Ji to Sri Ramachandra said like that. Then when he brought that Sanjivani, etc. for Lakshman Ji also said like that. Now here Bharatji is also saying. He says, on our entire family, your debt is there. Not just entire family, individually on everybody in the family. That is how Hanumanji is. And he says now that you tell me how is he, what happened, you tell me. Now Hanumanji is master in telling the entire story briefly, isn't it? How many times he has said. Now but here Hanumanji starts. You already know what happened till I was taking Sanjivani. That I have already told you. Now, from there what happened I will tell you quickly. So then Kumbhakarna was killed. Then this happened. Then Lakshmana killed Meghanada, etc. also. And then Bhishana Yuddha happened. Some story in brief he tells. And then Hanumanji says, now, shall I go? Bharatji says, one second. One question I have. What? is Bhagavan remembering me? Only one question. And Hanumanji can't speak. Why? Because he has seen Sri Ramachandra every single time, in every scene, he will mention Bharatji. Even sometimes for comparison, saying that you are dear to me like Bharata. He says Bhagavan keeps on remembering of Bharatji and he is asking whether Sri Rama is remembering him or not. Hanumanji doesn't answer the question like that. He says, I will just tell you, he loves you more than his own pranas. That much only I know. So please remove any kind of doubt if it is there in your mind that he is angry on you. See, Bharatji is a different kind of bhakta altogether. You will not find anybody like Bharatji. Different things of bhaktas, they attract us. No? Bharatji, even after 14 years of serving Sri Ramachandra, though he was allowed to become king, not becoming king, keeping Bhagavan's padukas on that throne, living in Nandigrama as such tapasvi, even after doing all these things, he still feels that Bhagavan may think that all this happened because of me. How easily we take Bhagavan for granted. We make mistakes, Bhagavan forgives, and we forget the mistakes that we have done. But not Bharatji. He thinks, and therefore, when he comes to know that Bhagavan still loves me, then he is relieved. Now Hanumanji says, now Maharaj, you please give me permission, I must go back. And he goes back, meets Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra and tells everything that Bharata is everything fine. They are eagerly waiting for you. Bhagavan says we should go. Now Bharatji goes back to Ayodhya. He is in Nandigrama outside. He goes back to Ayodhya and he goes straight to Vasishtha Rishi, tells him the good news first, and then he goes to all the mothers, tells them also, then slowly tells everyone. Tulsidas Ji says that as he is walking, all the people, they look at him and they know. There is no need of telling them. So they say that though he went straight to Vasishtha Rishi and told, all people came to know before. And some people are running. Some people are going this side, some people are going there. They don't know from where Sri Rama. They only heard news that Sri Rama is coming. From which side they don't know. So the other people are stopping. Hey, where are you going? He is coming here only. We should stay here. Then they start preparing the entire Ayodhya Ji. And Ayodhya Ji is decorated like bride. How bride will be decorated that day. That is how Ayodhya is decorated. Many people believe that was the day of Diwali when Bhagavan came. Which is quite possible. Dashera happens and 20 days later Diwali comes. So by the time Bhagavan did all Antya Samskara of Ravana and then Rajabhishek of Vibhishana and Sitaji, all that happened, and then he stopped at so many places, all the rishis, Chitrakuta, etc. He stopped. So many people believe that is why everybody lights the lamps to welcome Bhagavan. Okay? And they are still in Pushpaka Vimanam. They are all coming. And Bhagavan sees Ayodhya Ji from far. Oh, he feels so emotional. See, whatever you may say, your birthplace is your birthplace. Isn't it? Your place is your place. You go everywhere, but then when you look at it, and then from far also, sometimes in the aeroplane also, you start looking, okay, it has come now. That excitement is there. Why? See, each one will have like that. Now, Sri Ramachandra starts explaining to all the monkeys now, saying that this is Ayodhya. Ayodhya Ji is more dear to me than Vaikunta, he says. And the glory of Ayodhya, Sharayu river is there. He starts explaining that also to everybody. Then he finds a proper place where he can land the Pushpak Vimana. He tells whoever is the pilot to land it there. All of them get down. And Sri Ramachandra says, now this Pushpak Vimana should be taken to Kubera. The Pushpak Vimana actually belonged to Kubera. Ravana took it away. So Sri Ramachandra tells that pilot that now you take this Pushpaka Vimana to Kubera. See, he is not keeping anything of anyone. The moment it is over, But he is giving chance to everyone for serving. That's why when Indra sent that chariot, actually, did he need the chariot? He was defeating Ravana before also. He didn't need the chariot. But because somebody wants to serve, he will allow. But the moment that service is over, he will send it back. He's not keeping anything with him. Like that he sends Pushpak Viman also. Now he is walking, towards Ayodhya ji, and Sita ji, Lakshmana is there, and all other Vanaras and all of them are there. And from that side, all the people are coming. Vasishtha, Vamadeva, the rishis are coming. Bhagavan goes and first offers his prostrations to Vasishtha Rishi. Guru he meets first. And as he, gets up, and Vasishtha Rishi, so happy to see him, suddenly he sees down, Bharat ji is there, holding on to his feet. He has not seen Bharata. Directly he sees down only. Tulsidas Ji says that Bhagavan is trying to pick him up, he is not getting up. He says, no, done. I am done. He just holds on to those feet. Now Bhagavan says, Arey, but you get up. He is not getting up. Then he says, forcefully Bhagavan picks him. Bhagavan has to use his strength to pick him up. That's what he said. And he meets Bharata. Now, see, both sides there is so much of love. Sri Ramachandra is also so proud of Bharata. For the way he has conducted himself and he has lived, it's a remarkable thing. And for Bharata, Bhagavan is life. In Valmiki Ramayana, Bharatji says that, thanks for coming back. Otherwise, you would not have seen me dead. You would not have seen me alive. I had told you that 14 years, one day extra and I will die. He says, thanks for saving my life, he says. He has not forgotten. And then Bhagavan goes and meets Shatrughna also. Lakshmanji meets Bharata and Shatrughna, both of them. Now Bharata Shatrughna go and prostrate to Sita ji also. And they had done that in Chitrakuta also. Now here also they do that. Now Bhagavan meets all the mothers, Kausalya, Sumitra, Kaikeyi also he meets. And special attention is given to Kaikeyi. And it is said Lakshman ji also goes and meets Sumitra ji first and then Kausalya ji also and Kaikeyi. But he is still angry on Kaikeyi. He has not forgiven Kaikeyi. Tulsidas ji says that he meets Kaikeyi because she is supposed to be mother and therefore I have to meet. But he is not forgiven. He has not forgiven. Now, very beautiful, Tulsidas ji says that Bhagavan takes numerous forms to meet everybody in Ayodhya. Why? Everybody feels that Bhagavan came and spoke to me directly. And those Ayodhya Vasis, they have so much of love for Bhagavan and it all is coming now in different ways. Now, it is said that when Sugriva, Nalanila, Angada, Hanumanji and Vibhishana, all of them, they saw this Ayodhya Vasis, their love for SriRama, they were stunned. Why? See, many times when you love Bhagavan, you think that only you love Bhagavan. So only when you see other bhaktas and their love, then you realize what kind of people are there. Isn't it? See, similar thing happened with Ayodhya Vasis when they went to Chitrakuta, all those Vanavasis, when they saw their love for SriRama and Ayodhya Vasis were like, how do you do this? Now Kapis, all the monkeys are wondering, what kind of people are these? 14 years they were away and still they kept on thinking of Bhagavan and now you see all that love coming out. It is said that Ayodhya Vasis, when they went to meet Bhagavan in Chitrakuta, they started living like forest people. Isn't it? That's what was shown also, that Vanavasi showed them everything and started. So those city people started living like forest people. It is said now the Kapi, all the monkeys, etc., they started living like city people. They changed their form, they changed their attire. Why? They wanted to imitate Ayodhya Vasis and their love for SriRama. And that is what happens. Sri Ramachandra brings all of them and introduces all of them to Vasishtha Rishi. And say, personal introduction to Vasishtha Rishi, saying that this is Sugriva, this is Vibhishana, this is Hanuman, this is this, this is this, this is this. And then tells that this is my Guru Vasishtha Rishi, offer your salutations. And he says, whatever victory I have gained is because of Guru's grace and your efforts. He doesn't keep that also with him. He doesn't say that I have killed Ravana. Actually, those who have seen the entire story know that many times Vanaras would have died. When that Maya, etc., it is only because of Bhagavan that they are alive. But Bhagavan doesn't take anything on himself. He says all this is because of Guru's grace and your effort. And beautiful description of Ayodhya is also there with lot of similes, etc. Now all of them are going inside the palace. Now Sri Ramachandra, before going to his chamber, he goes to Kaikeyi Mata's chamber again, speaks to her again, consoles her, tells that don't feel guilty, he knows that Kaikeyi ji must be feeling all that. Sri Ramachandra removes that and then only he goes to his chamber. Now all of them have gone. Now Vasishtha Rishi calls all Brahmanas and all other people and he says, today is the day we should do Rajyabhishek of Sri Rama. Today. He says only one mistake that Dashrath Maharaj did, what he said, we will do it tomorrow. You remember? When Dashrath Maharaj asked Vasishtha Rishi and asked him to find a very good muhurta, etc. But then he could not, keep that excitement and went back and said that, no, I don't think we should find any good muhurta. Tomorrow only we should do the Rajyabhishek. And that whole night only everything happened. Vasishtha Rishi says, nothing doing. Says, no need to find any good muhurta, etc. Bhagavan has come back to Ayodhya, that itself is a good muhurta. Today itself we should do a Rajyabhishek. And it is said actually all preparation is already done. For 14 years preparation is done only. They wanted to do Rajyabhishek of Bhagavan from that time. Chitrakuta also they went with all these things. Now for them it was not very difficult. Sumantra is the minister, isn't it? Sumantra organized everything, entire Ayodhya already decorated, now decorated further. No, because Bhagavan's Rajyabhishek is going to happen. And Vasishtha Rishi says, please tell Sri Ramachandra to take, Abhyanga Snana, very holy bath and prepare. That is also another reason why in Diwali we are supposed to take Abhyanga Snana, because Bhagavan did. But what Bhagavan does? Bhagavan calls Bharata. Bhagavan himself opens his jata and gives him bath. Bhagavan calls Lakshman ji and Shatrughna ji and gives them bath. And then with the permission of Vasishtha Rishi, he opens his own jata and takes bath. He says, now that I am going to become king, I am supposed to serve all of you. What kind of... You don't even know. See, there are many things in Ramayana that there was no need for Sri Rama to do it. There was no need. But still he did. And that is the greatness of great people. When you are supposed to do something you do, that does not make you great. That makes you good. Because you are supposed to do, you did it. When you are not, it is not required for you to do it. Still they do it. That's what touches people's heart. Something that all sadhakas, we should learn this. We should see when some guest comes, how Swamiji serves. Is there a need? We don't have chechis, we don't have all other people. No, but that's his outpour of love. And that's what touches people's heart. See, that is how Bhagavan is, that is how Guru is. I remember when we were in Sidbari, when first Vedanta Sadhaka Course got over, we took all of them there. Then somehow Guruji came to know that we are going for Chardham Yatra. So he called me and Swamiji, me and Shardanji, and blasted us left and right in front of everybody. You people don't have any sense. You people go there and then I can't sleep properly. You are taking 30 people with you, and so what if something happens and you don't understand this? Whenever you want to go for Yatra, etc. And we didn't know what to say. Go now. All of you want to always roam. For me, I don't want to roam anywhere. This is my Kashi, this is my Mathura, this is my Chardham. We went. Then one more person came and said, Guruji has called you again. Now, I thought round 2. After going through first round, now I was prepared. When we went, one big basket box of all the things that we will need on the way. That you are taking 30 people with you. You will need all these things. Different kind. What is the need? Is it required for him to do this? No. And all kinds of some sweet things are there. And knowing Guruji, I have been on this side also. When other people come and then he tells me to prepare something for them, he himself will come and tell, don't put that. That is not, that won't stay. You remove that, that you put that. What is the need? But these are the things that make them God. They are not just humans. Sri Ramachandra doesn't have to do this. It is his day, remember. He has come back after 14 years living in forest. It is his day, first entry into any city. He is going to become king. But he gives that greatness to Bharat. That is what makes Bhagavan great. Sri Ramachandra is not just glorified because of all other reasons. This is what makes him great. And he does everything according to the rules. He takes up, but before that he does to all other people. Then he dresses himself up, ornaments and everything. Now mind you, he is the same person who lived on simple cloth. It is not for him. Now he is becoming king. It is for people. One who has lived as a tapasvi becomes true king. That is why he wears all that. It is said even for Sita Ji is decorated by her mothers-in-law, Kausalya, Sumitra, Kaikeyi. All of them are doing all the dressing and everything for Sita Ji. Why? She is going to become Pattarani. And they prepare her with all the beautiful clothes and so many of the ornaments. And both of them are brought into the sabha. Tulsidas Ji says, Brahmaji, Shivji, all devatas are there standing, waiting for Bhagavan to come and sit on that throne. Vasishtha Rishi's heart is filled with so much of love for Sri Rama, and that Divya Simhasana is brought in front, and Vasishtha Rishi himself, with holding his hand, he takes Sri Ramachandra and makes him sit there. Right? And what can we say about that entire episode? All Brahmanas are chanting Veda mantras, Rajabhisheka mantras. Everybody is doing Jai Jaikara, Jai Sri Ram, Siyavara Ramachandra ki Jai, and so much Pushpa Vrishti is happening from everywhere. All people are, throwing flowers, and all mothers, they are doing Aarti of Bhagavan. No, Bhagavan is sitting on that. It is said that Vedas came as different, that Suta, Magadha and, those kind of people who chant. Vedas came and they did the stuti. That is what is described, right? Nobody knew that Vedas have come. That is what is the most beautiful thing. First we will chant little bit of portion of Ramcharitmanas, then we will see how in other places also it is described. This is after Doha number 11, no? Yeah. We can do it together. प्रभु बिलो की मुनि मन अनुरागा तुरत दिव्य सिंहासन मागा रवि सम तेज सुबरनि न जाई बैठे राम द्विजन सिरुनाई जनक सुता समेत रघुराई फेंकी प्रहर्षे मुनि समुदाय वेद मंत्र तब द्विजन उचारे नभसुर मुनि जय जयति पुकारे प्रथम तिलक वसिष्ठ मुनि कीना पुनि सब विप्रन आय सुदीना सुत बिलो की हर्षि महतारी बार बार आरती उतारी विप्रन दान विविध विधि दीने जाचक सकल अजाचक कीने सिंहासन पर त्रिभुवन साई देखी सुरन दुंदुभि बजाई
नवदुन्दुभिर्वाजहि विपुलगन्धर्वकिन्नरगावहि नाचहि अपचरा वृन्द परमानन्दसुरमुनिपावहि भरतादि अनुज विभीषणाङ्गद हनुमदादि समेतते गणिछत्र चामर व्यगन धनु असि चर्म शक्ति विराजते श्री सहित दिनकर बंशभूषण काम बहु छवि सोहरि नव अम्बुदर भरगात अम्बर पीत सुर मन मोहहि मुकुटांगदादि विचित्र भूषण अंग अंगनि प्रतिसजे अम्भोजनयन विशाल उरभुज धन्य नर निरकंतिजे वसोभा समाज सुख कहतन बनई खगेश भरनई सारद शेष श्रुति सोरस जान महेश भिन्न भिन्न स्तुति करी गए सुर निजधाम बंदी वेश भेद तब आए जहाँ श्री राम प्रभु सर्वज्ञ कीनति आदर कृपा निधान लगे न काहू मरम कछु लगे करन गुणगान सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय।
कौसल्याधीश सीतापति श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की
जय।
सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की
जय।
All Brahmanas are chanting Veda mantras. The mothers are doing Aarti of Bhagavan. We saw, and what beautiful entire thing is. Everybody is doing Jai Jaikara, Pushpa Vrishti. And at that moment, Vedas have come there and they have started the praise of Bhagavan. That's the praise which is there later. Jaya Saguna Nirguna Rupa Rupa Anupa Bhupasi Romane the Sakandhara the Prachanda Nishichara Prabala Khala Bhuja Phalabane. Vedas themselves are doing stuti, means how it will be. In other places, this description of Pattabhisheka is very beautiful. Earlier we saw one shloka Vaidehi Sahitam Suradrumatale Haime Mahamandape Madhye Pushpakamasane Manimaye Virasane Samsthitam Agre Vachayati Prabhanjana Sute Tattvam Munibhyaf Param Vyakhyantam Bharatadibhif Parivritam Ramam Bhaje Shamalam. He is sitting with Vaidehi. Vaidehi is one of the most dear name of Sri Ramachandra for Sita ji. Vaidehi Sahitam Suradrumatale Haime Mahamandape. In that Haima Mahamandape, in that golden color Mahamandapa which was created, Madhye Pushpakam Asane. And there is a Pushpaka asana made up of flowers. Gold, if he sits, it will be very hard, no? So, flowers are kept so that his body is not hurt. Manimaye, and all gems, etc., jewels are studded in that. Virasane Samsthitam, and he is sitting in Virasana. Agre Vachayati Prabhanjana Sute. Prabhanjana Sutta is Hanumanji. Prabhanjana means Vayu Devata. Agre Vachayati. He is sitting in front and he is chanting, he is singing Bhagavan's glories. Tattvam Munibhyaf Param. That highest Tattva, Vyakhyati Parivritam, Bharatadibhi Parivritam, Vyakhyantam Bharatadibhi. And all Bharata and all of them are there surrounding. And Munis are singing Vyakhyantam. They are telling different things of SriRama. You must have heard, no? That they praise. For example, you see, we have never seen any Rajabhisheka like that, but we had, from our childhood, we have been hearing about Shiva Rajabhisheka, Shivaji Maharaj Rajabhisheka, which was done, and that wonderful picture also is there, and Kaga Bhatta is standing there, and that Kavi Bhushan is there, and he is doing praise of Shivji, and all other people have come, Mughals and Portuguese and Britishers, everybody has come there, to wish Shivaji Maharaj, and how that entire thing was. And that Jaya Ghosha used to happen, and Rajadiraj, Gulakpati, that big lalakari is done, and so So you can imagine what if Shivaji Maharaj's Rajyabhishek was like that, then how Sri Ramachandra's Rajyabhishek will be. Another verse that is very famous, which says, Vame bhumi suta purasto Hanuman paschat sumitra sutaha shatrugno bharatascha parshvadalayor vayvadi koneshu cha. So Sri Ramachandra is sitting, Vame bhumi suta. On his left side, Sita ji is sitting. Purascha Hanuman, Hanuman ji is sitting in front. Paschat sumitra sutaha. Behind him is Lakshmana, near only. You can't separate him. Shatrugnascha vibhishanascha, what is that? Shatrugnascha bharatascha parshvadalayor vayuvadi koneshu cha. They are sitting in Vayavya Kona and whatever it is, Ishanya Kona. Vayavya and Ishanya Kona is Shatrugna and Bharat ji sitting. So when you see this picture, you should understand where is who. Front Hanuman ji everybody knows, Sita ji everybody knows. Behind is Lakshman ji. Left side behind is Shatrugna and Bharat ji is sitting at the feet. Sugrivasya, then Vayavadi Konesha, Sugrivasya Vibhishanasya Yuvara Tara Suto Jambavan, and all other people are there, Sugriva. See, these are the kings of their own kingdom, okay? Sugriva is the king of Kishkinda, Vibhishana is the king of Lanka, Tara Suto Jambavan, and Tara Suto Yuvraj, Tara Suta, Angada also is there, Jambavan is also there. Madhye Neela Sarochako. Among all these people surrounding him, Madhye in the middle, Neela Saroja Komaluruchim, such a person, soft, blue color, Ramam Bhajesham. To that Sri Ramachandra, we keep in our heart, we meditate on him. When we chant Mangalam also every day, should remember this is about whom we are chanting that Mangalam. Mangalam Kosalendra. May that auspiciousness be there for that Kosala Indra, that king of Kosala. Mahaniya Gunabdhay. How can you even talk about his virtues? Mahaniya Gunabdhay. All the great virtues, he is the ocean of them. Chakravarti Tanuja, he is the son of that Chakravarti Dashrath Maharaj. Sarva Bhaumaya Mangalam. He is not just the king of Kosala, he is the king of the three worlds. That's what Tulsidas Ji says here also. Singhasana Parat Tribhuvana Sai. He is the king of all the three worlds, who is sitting now in the Simhasana of Ayodhya. It is not that he is king of Ayodhya or Kosala Rajya. He is king of the three worlds who is sitting there. And then Kagabhushundi ji also starts to praise that Ramakatha. Before that, Shivji comes. Shivji does the stuti. He had said that I will come back. Isn't it? Shivji comes and does stuti. Such a beautiful stuti is there after Doha number 13 if you see. Jaya Rama Rama Ramanam Samanam Bhavatapa Bhayakula Pahi Janam Avadhesa Suresa Ramesa Bibho Saranagata Magata Pahi Prabho Dasasisa Binasana Bisa Bhuja Kritaduri Mahamahi Bhuri Ruja Rajanichara Brinda Patanga Rahe Sarapavak Teja Prachanda Dahe Mahimandala Mandana Charutaram Dhritasaya Kachaya Panishangavaram Madamoha Mahamamatarajani Tamapunja Divakar Tejani. Beautiful, beautiful stuti is there, and Shivji is doing in all kinds of things. He even prays to Bhagavan. He says, Bhagavan, you give me bhakti. You give me satsanga. What is the need for Shivji to ask for this, you tell me? But still he says all this. He says, Bhagavan, remove all this. Raga, Lobha, Mana, Mada, you please remove. See, this Shivji is telling us how to do stuti. He is telling us how to pray. And therefore he is asking, he doesn't need all these things. Still he asks. That beautiful stuti is also there. Then Kakabhushundi ji comes and he explains this Ramakatha, especially this particular scene of Rajabhisheka is such a great thing. He says it ends all the tapas. All the three tapas, whether it is Adi Daivika, Adi Bhautika, Adhyatmika tapa are removed. Viveka Vairagya is gained. Then he beautifully says, there are 3 types of people who read this Ramakatha or who listen to Ramakatha. Who are they? He says, first are Vimukta. Vimukta means those who are liberated. Jnani people, they listen. Second, Virata. Those who are dispassionate, the sadhakas, they also listen to Ramakatha. And third, he says, Vishayi. Vimukta, Virata, Vishayi. Vishayi is those people who are engaged into worldly enjoyment. They also listen to Ramakatha. And all 3 of them get different things from Ramakatha. Why are Jnanis listening to Ramakatha? They have got everything now. Why they are listening? They say they listen so that they can gain bhakti. Virata sadhakas are listening so that they can get mukti. And Vishayis are reading or listening to this so that they will get bhukti or sampatti. But all of them are listening. Now sometimes we will wonder what is the need for jnanis to listen to this or even to love Bhagavan. But you see, please understand, it is not that jnani is deciding to do that. It is naturally happening. See, when a small child is there in front of you, automatically the love comes for that child or not? Or you decide, okay, now child is there, let me have. No, you don't decide. Don't be idiots and say that how can jnanis, it will natural. And jnanis are seeing everybody as their own self. Now another jnani, not just jnani, nitya jnani, that Ishvara is there, don't you think they will have love for him? Special love will be there or not there? It's natural. And that is why Kakabhushundi ji says that everybody listens to this Ramakatha. Like this, 6 months are over in Ayodhya and nobody came to know. Every day some different festivities are happening and everybody is meeting everybody. And now Bhagavan says that, all these people have come. Now I am happy to host them, but they have their own kingdom to run. So he calls Sugriva, Vibhishana, Angada, all of them he calls. And he lovingly makes them sit near him and he speaks in such a beautiful words. He says, how can I praise you all? You have served me so much. You have left your home, came for my purpose, my cause, and came there all the way, fought with all the Rakshasas and, helped me to get Vaidehi back, Sita back. And I tell you, I am telling the truth. You are dearer to me than my kingdom, than my wealth, than my people, than my brothers, even than my Vaidehi. He says it. And he says, don't think that I am lying. It is a rule, he says. Any person who has served with all their mana, vachana and kaya, all their heart, if somebody has served you, then that person is dearest. And therefore, you are all dearest to me. And brothers and Vaidehi, they are all there in front of them, he is telling. And he says, but I think now you should go back home. And he says, go back, stay there and keep worshipping me with discipline and devotion. Don't think that I am just in Ayodhya. I am all pervasive. I am there in your own homes where you are going to go back. Not just in homes, I am there present in everyone's heart. And you imagine, Sugriva, etc., they are standing, they must be. So this is the highest knowledge. If whenever you get that doubt, how Bhakta gets knowledge, see, Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayantite, given knowledge. Knowledge is given that I am that Brahman who is everywhere, all pervasive. He uses the words. I am all pervasive, I am in everyone's heart. What is this? This is Saguna Bhaktas giving that Nirguna, knowledge. Knowledge of that Nirguna Nirakara Brahman. And listening to that, they all get lost in meditation. They don't know what to say, what to do, etc. Bhagavan only shakes them off. And he tells them, another thing. He wants to give them gifts. And they all have come. Now, departing, you should give gifts. He tells Bharata to give gift to Sugriva and Vibhishana. Now, see, many things are there in this. He gives gifts, Bharata gives gifts to Sugriva and Vibhishana. Both are kings. Sugriva first because his friendship was first. Then Bhagavan met Vibhishana. Many things are there, politically also. Sri Ramachandra is Sarvabhauma Adhipati. And therefore, Bharata should, do it for Sri Rama should not do. See, keeping that stature of him, he should not. And he wants to give that responsibility and that honor to Bharata. And therefore, he gives Bharatji to do this. And then to other people. It is said that Jambavan, Nala, Neela, all of them Bhagavan himself gives. Why? Because they are younger. He can give. It is out of love. It's out of love. See, this is small things, but are so perfect. And now, see, when all these things is happening, Angada is hiding. Okay. He says that if I go to take gift, then I have to go back. So let me not go. So Bhagavan doesn't look there. And Bhagavan calls, Angada, come. Now name taken, now he has to go. Now he goes there. He doesn't accept gift first. He says, Bhagavan, if you don't remember, let me remind you that when my father died, he said that you should keep my son in your service. Did he say? Thank you. There is no point of me going back to Kishkinda. You keep me here. Because you said yes to Wali. You said yes to my father. So I should stay here. And if you ask me what will I do staying here, I will do my own things. Jhadu pocha, I will clean and washing clothes, etc. I will do that happily. But in between I will keep seeing you. So Bhagavan, please don't ask me to go back. Bhagavan is so touched by this thing, no? But mind you, he has made Angada Yuvraj. He's a crown prince. You can't make some crown prince work in your home like this. So Bhagavan says, Angada, he tries to explain in different ways to Angada. You go back, I will come and meet you. Angada is small. To all other people, when he said, they understood that yes, duty calls, you have to go. Angada is not understanding. So you must have seen, when as children we used to go to grandparents, etc. Our mother and father, they are ready to go because they know their duty is calling. We will keep saying that why are you taking us? We will stay here only. And then different techniques grandparents have to use. That you go there and by the time you reach there, I will already be there. And I have some work, therefore I am going somewhere else. And then slowly, without telling the entire truth. Like that Bhagavan is doing for Angada. And all of them as they are going, Sri Rama tells Bharatji, Lakshmanji and Shatrugnaji to go with them for some time so that, it's like seeing them off. And when they are going, Angada is turning back again and again. That in case Bhagavan looks and says like this, I will immediately go. Bhagavan doesn't do anything like that. Bhagavan just stands there. And then Angada finally understands that I think I have to go. Now as they reach the end of that Ayodhya Nagari, now Bharatji, Lakshmanji and Shatrugna, they are all coming back. Where is Hanumanji? You did not tell what happened to Hanumanji. Hanumanji goes there and tells to Sugriva that will you give me 10 more days to stay with Sri Ramachandra and then I will come back. Sugriva says, no need to come back. Why? You stay here. I know your love for your master. I know his love for you. And I know he wants you to stay there. You know why? Because he did not give you any gift. That is the reason Sri Ramachandra, gift is parting gift, no? He is not parting with Hanumanji. So Sugriva says, don't come back. You go and serve your master. In other Ramayanas, this is shown in different way that Sri Ramachandra does not give any gift. And therefore, Sita ji gives that mala. Isn't it? And Hanumanji is breaking all those monies and everything and checking and throwing. Somebody asks, what are you doing? He says, there is no Ram in it. I don't want it. But here the reason is given why Sri Ramachandra did not give gift to Hanumanji. He kept Hanumanji with him. And all other people went back. Sri Ramachandra along with Hanumanji along with the three brothers came back. As they came back, Bhagavan called Nishad Raj also. He gave him also gifts and said, you have also served me so well. And he says, you go back, you keep remembering me and keep coming here. You are not very far. Kishkinda and Lanka are very far. But Shringaverapura is close only. Please keep coming here again and again. And saying this, Bhagavan, sends everybody off. Okay. We will stop here for now. Further description, etc. we will see in the next session. Beautiful description of Ramarajya is there. And Tulsidas Ji has got his unique way. He explains that Ramarajya outside and inside. We will see all that beautiful description in the next session. Veera Maruti Gambhira Maruti
Veera Maruti Gambhira Maruti
Veera Maruti Ati Dhira Maruti
Veera Maruti Ati Dhira Maruti
Geeta Maruti Sangeeta Maruti
Geeta Maruti Sangeeta Maruti
Duta Maruti Rama Duta Maruti
Duta Maruti Ramaduta Maruti
Bhakta Maruti Parama Bhakta Maruti
Bhakta Maruti Parama Bhakta Maruti
Veera Maruti Gambhira Maruti
Veera Maruti Gambhira Maruti
Gambhira Maruti
Gambhira Maruti
Gambhira Maruti
Gambhira Maruti
सियावर रामचंद्र की
जय
पवन सुत हनुमान की
जय
उमापति महादेव की
जय
बोलो भाई सब संतन की
जय
सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की
जय
ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम।